Imagine for a moment that your desire is a seed. It starts small, delicate, and full of untapped potential. If you expose it too soon to the harsh winds of doubt and the questioning eyes of others, you risk stunting its growth. This is why I say, keep your mouth shut once you know this. You see, the secret to creation lies in your imagination. What you assume to be true within the sanctuary of your mind will shape the world around you. When you declare a desire to yourself, it's as though you've planted a seed in the soil of your subconscious. But here's the truth many fail to grasp. That seed does not need the approval, advice, or awareness of others. It needs only your quiet faith. There's a power in silence. When you hold your vision firmly and share it only with your inner self, you keep its energy pure. The moment you speak of it prematurely, you invite external doubts and energies that can distort your focus. Words are not always necessary. Faith does not demand an audience. Let me remind you, the evidence of your desire will follow your belief. It will not precede it. Do not fall into the trap of seeking validation from others. They will not understand the quiet conviction in your heart, and they are not meant to. It is not their belief that brings your dream to life. It is yours. Here's the beauty of creation. Your attention is the light that nurtures your desire. Whatever you focus on expands. When you direct your thoughts toward the fulfillment of your vision, you are watering that seed. But when you engage in unnecessary chatter, explaining yourself or seeking approval, you scatter that focus. Energy flows where attention goes. Guard your energy. Let your energy, remember this, seeds grow in darkness. They do not sprout because they are exposed, but because they are nurtured in the quiet, unseen places. In the same way, your dreams require silence to bloom. They need your unwavering belief, not the noise of the world. So how do you live in the end? How do you keep your mouth shut once you know this? You act as if it is already done. You feel the satisfaction of your desire fulfilled. You walk through life with quiet confidence, knowing that the world will eventually catch up to the reality you have already created within. This is your power. It does not need to be announced. It does not need to be defended. It simply needs to be believed. So I leave you with this. When you know the truth of your creation, speak only to yourself. For in your silence lies the power to bring your vision to life. Keep your mouth shut and watch your world transform. Imagination is the key to creation. Everything you experience in life, every event, every relationship, and every circumstance is first created within the fertile ground of your imagination. Your inner world is the blueprint, the invisible foundation upon which your outer reality is built. Understanding this simple but profound truth is the first step to taking control of your life. If you can harness your imagination with intention, you can shape your destiny. But to do so, you must treat your visions as sacred treasures, protecting them from the external forces that seek to weaken or distort them. At first, when you close your eyes and imagine, you are not engaging in idle fantasy. You are participating in the act of creation. The images, ideas, and feelings that you entertain within your mind are the seeds of the future. The world around you may appear solid, unchangeable, and fixed, but it is merely a reflection of the state of your inner consciousness. What you assume, what you believe, and what you feel to be true within will eventually manifest itself in your experience. This is why your imagination is so powerful. It is the medium through which you create reality. Consider for a moment how every great achievement, every breakthrough, and every monumental shift in history began. Whether it was a work of art, an invention, or a revolution, It all started with a vision held firmly in the mind of an individual or a group. The artist imagines the painting before the first brushstroke is made. The inventor envisions the finished machine before assembling its parts. The visionary dreams of a better world long before anyone else believes it possible. These creations, born in the unseen realm of imagination, eventually become tangible, shaping the course of human history. But the power of imagination is not reserved for the great figures of history. It is available to everyone, including you. They unknowingly create obstacles and limitations, not realizing that their outer world is merely echoing the state of their inner world. If consciousness is connected to inner states of consciousness, then the outer world will also be connected to inner states of consciousness. This is why it is so important to guard your visions as sacred treasures. When you conceive a desire, when you imagine something you wish to bring into your life, you must protect that vision with care. It is delicate, especially in its early stages. Like a seed planted in the soil, your vision needs time to grow and take root. It requires nourishment in the form of focused attention, faith, and persistence. If you expose it too soon to the harsh light of criticism, doubt, or external opinions, you risk stunting its growth or even killing it altogether. The world is full of distractions and conflicting voices. When you share your visions with others, you open the door to their skepticism, their fears, and their limited beliefs. Even those who care about you may unintentionally cast doubt on your dreams, not because they wish to harm you, but because they see the world through the lens of their own experiences and limitations. This is why your visions must remain sacred, protected from the noise of the outside world. They are yours and yours alone to nurture. Protecting your vision also means guarding your inner dialogue. The conversations you have with yourself are just as important, if not more so, than the ones you have with others. If you constantly question your ability to achieve your desires or dwell on why they might not come to pass, you are undermining the creative power of your imagination. Instead, you must train your mind to align with the outcome you wish to experience. Speak to yourself as though your desire is already fulfilled. Feel the reality of it. Imagine it with such clarity and conviction that it becomes more real to you than your current circumstances. Your imagination has no limits. It does not recognize boundaries, obstacles, or impossibilities. It operates beyond the constraints of time and space. When you imagine something, you are not merely thinking about it. You are entering into the experience of it. You are creating it in the invisible realm of consciousness, where all things begin. This is why it is so important to use your imagination wisely. Do not waste it on trivial concerns or destructive thoughts. Instead, use it to build the life you truly desire. The act of imagination is an act of faith. When you imagine a better future, you are declaring that such a future is possible, even if you cannot yet see evidence of it in your outer world. This faith is what sustains your vision as it grows. It is what allows you to persist in the face of doubt and delay. Faith in your vision is not blind optimism. It is a quiet, unshakable knowing that what you have imagined already exists, waiting to unfold in your experience. Imagination is also deeply personal. No one else can see what you see in the depths of your mind. No one else can feel what you feel when you envision your desires. This is why your visions must be treated as sacred treasures. They are unique to you, and only you have the power to bring them into reality. Share them only with yourself and perhaps with those rare individuals who truly understand and support the creative process. Otherwise, let them remain hidden, safe within the sanctuary of your imagination. To create deliberately, you must cultivate the habit of living in the end. This means imagining not as though your desire will come to pass someday, but as though it is already true now. Feel the emotions you would feel if your vision were a present reality. Act as though you already have what you desire. This alignment of thought, feeling, and action is what brings your imagination to life. It is the key to transforming your inner world into your outer reality. Imagination is not just a tool for escaping the present or dreaming of a better future. It is the creative force that shapes your life. When you use it deliberately, with intention and focus, you have the power to change anything. But to unlock its full potential, you must treat it with reverence. Guard your visions as sacred treasures, for they hold the blueprint of your destiny. The power of silence is one of the greatest secrets to manifestation. In a world that constantly urges us to speak, to share, to explain, and to seek validation, silence is often misunderstood or overlooked. But those who truly understand the creative process know that silence is not emptiness, it is the space where creation takes form. True manifestation does not require the noise of the world. It happens in the quiet conviction of your mind. It is in the stillness of your thoughts, in the absence of doubt and external interference, that your desires take root and grow. When you hold a desire in your heart, the natural inclination is often to share it with others. Perhaps you want encouragement or validation. Perhaps you want to hear someone say, "Yes, that's possible for you." But in doing so, you open yourself up to the opinions, fears, and judgments of others. Not everyone will see your vision as you do, and not everyone will support it. Their doubts, even if unspoken, can seep into your own mind and weaken your faith in what you are creating. But this is why silence is so powerful. When you keep your desires and intentions within the sacred space of your own mind, you shield them from the noise and negativity of the outside world. Silence is not merely the absence of sound. It is the presence of focus. It is the act of turning inward, away from the distractions and chaos of daily life, and centering yourself in the knowing of what you desire. When you cultivate silence, you create a fertile ground for your intentions to grow. It is in this stillness that you can connect with your inner self, align with your vision, and allow the creative process to unfold without interference. In the quiet of your mind, you have the freedom to imagine without limits. There is no one to tell you that your dream is too big, too bold, or too unrealistic. There is no one to impose their fears or doubts upon you. In this silence, your imagination becomes a sanctuary, a sacred space where your desires can take shape and gain strength. Here, you are free to live in the end, to feel the joy and satisfaction of your desire as though it is already fulfilled. Silence also fosters conviction. When you hold your vision quietly and consistently within your mind, it becomes more real to you than the noise of the world. This quiet conviction is unshakable because it is not dependent on external validation or evidence. It comes from within, from the deep knowing that what you desire is already yours. This conviction is the foundation of true manifestation. It is what allows you to persist in the face of obstacles and delays, knowing that the outer world will eventually reflect the inner reality you have created. True silence is active, not passive. It is not about suppressing your thoughts or avoiding the world. It is about directing your focus inward and holding your vision with clarity and intention. It is about listening to the quiet voice of your inner self and trusting in the process of creation. In this state of active silence, you are not waiting for your desires to manifest. You are living as though they already have. You are aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the reality you wish to create. Silence also allows you to hear what truly matters. In the stillness, you can discern the voice of your intuition, the inner guidance that leads you toward the fulfillment of your desires. This guidance is subtle, often drowned out by the noise of the world, but in silence it becomes clear. It is in these moments of quiet reflection that you gain insight, clarity, and inspiration. You see the path forward, not because someone else has shown it to you, but because you have allowed yourself to see it from within. At the far end of the table, in a world that prizes constant communication and action, silence can feel uncomfortable or even unnatural. But it is in this discomfort that growth occurs. When you embrace silence, you learn to rely not on the approval or understanding of others, but on your own inner knowing. You discover that your power lies not in what you say, but in what you believe. The quiet conviction of your mind is far more potent than the loudest proclamations. It is in this conviction that your desires are brought to life. Silence also teaches patience. The creative process often requires time, and in silence you learn to trust that time is on your side. You learn to wait with confidence, knowing that what you have imagined is already in motion, even if you cannot yet see it. In this way, silence becomes a source of strength. It is not a sign of passivity or weakness, but of profound trust in the power of your imagination and the process of manifestation. When you remain silent about your desires, you also preserve their purity. You protect them from the influence of others and from the temptation to seek premature validation. This purity is essential because it allows your vision to grow without interference. It allows you to focus entirely on the feeling of your desire fulfilled, without distraction or doubt. In this way, silence becomes a shield, a protective barrier that keeps your creative energy intact. The power of silence lies in its ability to center you in your own truth. It removes the noise, the doubt, and the distractions, leaving only the clear, unwavering conviction that what you desire is already yours. It is in this silence that the true work of manifestation occurs, not in the chatter of the world, but in the quiet conviction of your mind. Silence is not the absence of creation. It is the space in which creation begins. When you embrace the power of silence, you align yourself with the infinite possibilities of your imagination and the limitless potential of your inner world. Faith precedes evidence. This is one of the most profound principles of creation, yet it often feels counterintuitive in a world that demands proof before belief. Most people live by the creed, "I'll believe it when I see it." But those who understand the creative process know that this is backwards. To manifest your desires, you must first believe them to be true, even when there is no outward sign of their reality. Your faith, your ability to see the unseen and feel the reality of what you want, is the foundation upon which the evidence is built. Speak as though your desire is already fulfilled, but share it only with your inner self, for it is within that the creative power resides. Faith is not wishful thinking or blind optimism. It is a deep, unshakable knowing that what you desire already exists. When you hold this faith, you are not pretending or hoping. You are aligning yourself with the reality that has yet to reveal itself outwardly. This alignment is crucial because the world around you is a reflection of your inner state. When you embody faith, you set the creative process into motion. You are, in essence, planting the seed of your desire in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, where it begins to grow and take shape. The challenge for many lies in maintaining faith when the evidence is not yet visible. Doubt creeps in, fueled by the lack of immediate results and the opinions of others. But this is where your power lies. in persisting in your belief despite appearances. Understand this. The evidence will come, but only after your faith has been established. It cannot be the other way around. Faith is the bridge between your desire and its manifestation. Without it, the creative process cannot take hold. Speaking as though your desire is already fulfilled is one of the most powerful ways to demonstrate your faith. Words have creative power, but they must be spoken with conviction. When you speak of your desire as though it is already a reality, you are not only affirming your belief, but also reinforcing it within yourself. However, this does not mean broadcasting your vision to the world. The creative process is deeply personal, and sharing your desires prematurely can dilute their power. Others may not see what you see or believe what you believe, and their doubts can interfere with your faith. This is why it is so important to share your desire only with your inner self. Your imagination is your sanctuary, the place where you can speak freely, without fear of judgment or contradiction. When you speak to yourself as though your desire is already fulfilled, you are not merely repeating empty words. You are engaging with the feeling of fulfillment. This feeling is the key. It is not enough to say, "I have what I want." You must feel it as though it is true. The combination of your words and feelings creates a powerful resonance that aligns you with your desire. Faith also requires persistence. It is easy to believe in something when the evidence is clear, but true faith is tested in the absence of proof. When the outer world seems unchanged, when doubts arise, and when others question your vision, that is when your faith must remain steadfast. This is not about ignoring reality, but about choosing to focus on a higher truth, the truth that your imagination creates reality, not the other way around. In those moments of doubt, return to your inner self, to the quiet place where your desire lives, and reaffirm your faith. Searching within is a journey of self-discovery. The beauty of faith is that it transforms you before it transforms your circumstances. When you believe in your desire as though it is already fulfilled, you begin to act, think, and feel differently. You carry yourself with confidence and certainty, even when the world has yet to catch up. This internal shift is what brings about external change. The world reflects your inner state, so when you embody faith, the evidence of your desire must eventually appear. It is also important to understand that faith is not passive. It is an active, living force that requires your participation. Speaking as though your desire is already fulfilled is one way to exercise your faith, but it is equally important to live as though it is true. This does not mean forcing or faking anything. It means aligning your actions with the reality you are creating. When you truly believe that your desire is already yours, your actions will naturally reflect that belief. You will make decisions, take steps, and seize opportunities that are in harmony with your vision. Faith precedes evidence because creation begins in the unseen. Just as a tree grows silently beneath the surface before breaking through the soil, your desires are taking shape even when there is no visible sign of progress. Trust in this process. The lack of evidence is not a sign of failure. It is a sign that creation is underway. Your role is to hold your faith, to speak and act as though your desire is already fulfilled, and to trust that the evidence will come in its own time. When you speak to yourself, do so with clarity and conviction. Say, "It is done, it is mine, I am grateful for it." Feel the truth of these words as you say them. Let your imagination fill in the details, allowing you to see, hear, and feel the reality of your desire. The more vivid and real it becomes within, the sooner it will materialize without. But remember, This is a private conversation between you and your inner self, protected from the doubts and disbelief of others. Faith does not require an audience. It requires your unwavering belief. In the end, faith is a choice. It is choosing to believe in the unseen, to trust in the power of your imagination, and to act as though your desire is already fulfilled. It is choosing to speak words of conviction and to feel the reality of your vision, even when the evidence is not yet there. Faith precedes evidence because it is the catalyst that brings your desires to life. In the last chapter, we looked at the key components of faith and examined. When you understand this, you will no longer wait for proof to believe. You will believe first, and the proof will follow. Energy flows where attention goes. This truth governs the creative process, shaping your reality moment by moment. Your attention is the most valuable resource you possess, for it is the channel through which your energy flows. Wherever you direct your focus, you empower and expand that reality. If you fix your attention on doubts, fears, or the questions of others, you give energy to those things, and they will grow stronger in your experience. But if you direct your focus to the end result, to the vision of your desire fulfilled, you energize its realization and bring it closer to manifestation. The mind is constantly processing stimuli, thoughts, feelings, observations, and opinions. In this chaos, it is easy to become distracted by what does not serve you. The doubts of others, the appearance of delays, and the seeming impossibilities of your desire can all vie for your attention. But to manifest your vision, you must master the art of focus. Creation is not random, it is deliberate. What you focus on consistently becomes the dominant force in your life. Your energy will naturally flow in the direction of your thoughts, shaping the world around you to mirror your inner state. When you allow yourself to focus on doubts or external criticism, you weaken the clarity and strength of your vision. The creative process is like a stream of water flowing toward your goal. If that stream is diverted by obstacles, fear, insecurity, or the voices of others, its flow weakens and its power dissipates. But if you channel the full force of your attention toward the outcome you desire, you create a powerful current that nothing can withstand. The question. This is why directing your focus to the end result is essential. By doing so, you align your energy with your intention, and the universe responds in kind. Focusing on the end result means imagining your desire as though it is already fulfilled. It is not about wishing or hoping. It is about living in the feeling of your fulfilled desire. See it clearly in your mind's eye. Feel the emotions of joy, gratitude, and satisfaction, as if your dream is already a reality. When your attention is firmly fixed on this state, your energy flows toward it effortlessly. You begin to think, act, and make decisions in alignment with the outcome you wish to create. This alignment sets the wheels of creation into motion, drawing circumstances, opportunities, and people to you that match the vibration of your vision. The key to sustaining this focus is discipline. The world is full of distractions, and your mind may wander to thoughts of doubt or worry. This is natural, but it is your responsibility to bring your attention back to where it belongs. When you notice your mind drifting to what could go wrong or the opinions of others, gently redirect it to the end result. Remind yourself of the power of your focus. Remember yourself of the power of your focus. Know that by choosing to dwell on your vision rather than your doubts, you are actively creating the future you desire. Do not underestimate the influence of the questions and judgments of others. People often project their limitations onto you, not out of malice, but because they view the world through the lens of their own experiences and beliefs. They may ask you how you plan to achieve your dream or point out the challenges you may face. While their intentions may be harmless, their words can plant seeds of doubt in your mind if you allow them to. This is why you must guard your focus as a sacred act. Others cannot see your vision as you do, and it is not their role to understand or approve of it. Your vision is yours alone, and your attention to it is what gives it life. Directing your focus to the end result also requires releasing the how. One of the greatest distractions in the creative process is the need to figure out every step of how your desire will come to pass. While action is necessary, it is not your job to control every detail of the process. When you fixate on how something will happen, you may unintentionally block the natural flow of creation. The universe operates in ways far beyond human understanding, orchestrating events and connections that you could never predict or plan. Your role is to focus on the end result with unwavering faith, allowing the how to unfold in its own perfect way. By focusing on the end result, you also create a sense of calm and certainty within yourself. When your attention is scattered, split between your vision and your doubts, you feel torn, uncertain, and anxious. But when your focus is singular, directed entirely to your desire fulfilled, you experience a deep sense of peace. This peace is the sign that your energy is flowing in harmony with your intention. It is the quiet assurance that your desire is already on its way to you, even if you cannot yet see it. Energy flows where attention goes, and this principle works both and against you. If you focus on problems, obstacles, or delays, you energize those things and make them more prominent in your life. But if you focus on solutions, opportunities, and the joy of your desire fulfilled, you energize those experiences instead. The choice is always yours. Your attention is a tool, and how you wield it determines the reality you create. The creative process is simple but not always easy. It requires you to hold your focus steady, even in the face of doubt or adversity. It demands that you look past appearances and trust in the unseen. But when you master the art of directing your attention to the end result, you unlock the full power of creation. Your energy, guided by your focus, flows like a river toward your goal, carving a path through any obstacle. In time, what was once a vision in your mind becomes the reality you live. Seeds grow in darkness. This simple truth from nature holds a profound lesson about the process of creation. When a seed is planted, it must remain buried in the soil, hidden from sight, to begin its transformation. It does not sprout instantly, nor does it demand to be seen. Instead, it quietly absorbs nourishment, gathers strength, and grows roots before it ever breaks through the surface. Your dreams are no different. They too must remain in the sacred darkness of your inner world, nurtured in silence, before they can manifest into the light of your outer reality. The soil in which your dreams grow is your imagination. It is the fertile ground where you plant the seed of your desire, burying it deep within your mind. Once planted, it is your responsibility to tend to it, not by exposing it to the scrutiny of others or seeking validation, but by nurturing it in silence. In the stillness of your mind, your dream begins to take root. It draws strength from your belief, grows from your focused attention, and is watered by the feelings of fulfillment you cultivate. This inner work is invisible to the world, but it is essential for creation. There is a sacredness to keeping your dreams hidden in their early stages. Just as a seed is vulnerable when first planted, so too are your desires. If exposed too soon to the doubts, criticisms, or disbelief of others, they can wither before they have a chance to grow. This is why silence is so powerful. By keeping your dreams to yourself, You protect them from external influences that might weaken your faith or shift your focus. The darkness of silence is not a void, it is a shield, a space where your dreams can develop in purity, free from interference. And growth in darkness also requires trust. When you plant a seed, you cannot see what is happening beneath the surface. You do not dig it up to check its progress, nor do you doubt its ability to grow simply because you cannot see it. Instead, you trust the process, knowing that the seed is doing exactly what it needs to do. This same trust is necessary for your dreams. Even when there is no visible evidence of progress, you must believe that your desire is taking shape in the unseen. Your faith acts as the sunlight, even in the darkness, guiding your dream toward its full expression. The darkness is not a place of inactivity. It is a space of profound transformation. In this hidden realm, your dream undergoes a process of becoming. It gathers energy, aligns with the forces of creation, and prepares to emerge into the world. This process cannot be rushed. Just as a seed requires time to germinate and grow, so too do your desires. Patience is essential. Trust that the time spent in silence is not wasted. It is a crucial part of the journey. The stronger the roots, the more resilient the growth. What appears as stillness is in truth a period of powerful and deliberate unfolding. Keeping your dreams in silence also helps you maintain focus. When you share your desires prematurely, you risk scattering your energy. The act of seeking validation or explaining your vision to others can dilute your belief and distract you from the feeling of your desire fulfilled. Silence allows you to stay centered, directing all your energy toward nurturing your vision. In this way, you give your dream the best possible conditions for growth. It is not secrecy born of fear, but silence born of wisdom and intention. Growth in darkness is also a metaphor for the inner transformation that occurs during the creative process. Manifestation is not just about bringing something external into your life, it is about becoming the person who aligns with that reality. In the quiet moments of nurturing your dream, you change. You develop the qualities, mindset, and beliefs necessary to embody the life you are creating. This inner work is unseen, but essential. Just as the roots of a tree provide the foundation for its growth, your inner transformation provides the foundation for the fulfillment of your desires. It is important to recognize that not everyone will understand or support your vision, especially in its early stages. Some may question your choices, doubt your abilities, or project their fears onto you. This is why the silence of the seed is so vital. It is not about shutting others out, but about protecting the sacred space where your dreams are growing. When the time comes for your dream to emerge, it will do so with strength and clarity, unaffected by the opinions of others. The emergence of your dream will be unmistakable, just as the sprouting of a seed is a visible sign of life. But until that moment, let the darkness do its work. Resist the urge to force or rush the process. Trust that what is happening beneath the surface is exactly what needs to happen. In time, the growth that began in silence will become evident to all. But it is the darkness that allows the roots to form, the foundation to strengthen, and the vision to solidify. Your dreams, like seeds, carry within them all the potential they need to grow. The power to create is already within you. All you must do is plant the seed in your imagination, nurture it with your belief, and allow it to grow in silence. The darkness is not your enemy, it is your ally. It is the space where transformation begins, where the unseen becomes seen, and where your desires prepare to take their rightful place in the light of your reality. Living in the end is the ultimate act of creation. It is the art of embodying the state of your fulfilled desire before the evidence appears in your external world. To live in the end is to act, think, and feel as though what you want is already yours, as if the outcome you desire is an established fact. This is not a practice of pretense or make-believe. It is a deliberate alignment with the reality you wish to experience. When you live in the end, you bypass the need for external validation and instead move in unwavering conviction, allowing the world to align itself with your inner state. Creation begins and ends in the mind. If you desire a new reality, you must first become the person who lives in that reality. Living in the end means adopting the thoughts, emotions, and actions of someone who already possesses what you seek. It is about identifying so completely with your vision that it feels as real to you internally as it will eventually appear externally. The world is simply a reflection of your state of being. When you hold the feeling of the end with absolute certainty, the outer world must rearrange itself to match your inner conviction. This practice requires imagination and emotional discipline. The question to ask yourself is this: what would it feel like if my desire were already fulfilled? The answer lies in more than just intellectual understanding. It lies in emotion. Would you feel gratitude, joy, peace, or excitement? Whatever the feeling may be, immerse yourself in it. Carry it with you throughout your day, letting it inform your actions and reactions. When you consistently hold this state, you are living in the end. You are no longer wishing or hoping. You are being. Acting as though your desire is already yours does not mean engaging in forced or inauthentic behavior. It is not about pretending to be something you are not, but about stepping into the version of yourself who already has what you want. This might involve subtle shifts in how you carry yourself, the choices you make, and the way you interact with the world. For example, if you desire financial abundance, how would a financially secure person think and act? How would they view opportunities, handle challenges, and approach their daily life? Adopt these traits, not as a performance, but as a natural expression of your belief in the reality you are creating. Living in the end also means releasing the need to question or control the process. Once you have assumed the state of your fulfilled desire, trust that everything else will fall into place. The how is not your concern. Your role is to remain steadfast in the feeling of the end result. Doubts may arise, and the world around you may initially appear unchanged, but this does not matter. When you persist in your conviction, you create a powerful, energetic blueprint that the universe must follow. Doubt. The world will catch up to your conviction because it has no choice but to reflect what you consistently embody. This principle is not limited to major life goals. It applies to every aspect of creation. Whether you are seeking love, health, success, or any other desire, the process is the same. By living in the end, you shift your focus from lack to fulfillment. You stop seeing your desire as something distant or unattainable and instead claim it as an existing reality. This shift in perspective is transformative. It changes how you see yourself, others, and the circumstances around you. You no longer feel the need to chase your desires because you realize they are already yours. One of the greatest challenges of living in the end is resisting the urge to react to appearances. The outer world may present conditions that seem to contradict your vision, but these are merely remnants of your past thoughts and beliefs. Do not be swayed by what you see. Instead, hold firm to your inner reality, knowing that it is the true cause of what will unfold. Your task is to persist in the feeling of the end, regardless of what your senses tell you. The longer you maintain this state, the more the outer world will conform to it. Living in the end is an act of faith. It requires you to believe in the unseen and trust in the creative power within you. This faith is not passive, it is active and dynamic. It moves you to take inspired actions, not out of desperation, but from a place of confidence and alignment. When you act from the state of your fulfilled desire, your actions are infused with purpose and clarity. Opportunities seem to arise effortlessly, and the path forward becomes clear. This is not coincidence. It is the natural result of your alignment with your vision. The beauty of living in the end is that it transforms not only your outer reality, but also your inner self. As you embody the state of your desire fulfilled, you begin to think and act in ways that reflect the person you are becoming. This transformation is often subtle but profound. You may notice a greater sense of calm, a heightened awareness of possibilities, and a deeper trust in the process of life. These inner changes are the foundation upon which your external manifestations are built. Ultimately, living in the end is about claiming your creative power. It is a declaration that you are not a victim of circumstances, but the creator of your reality. When you live as though your desire is already fulfilled, you are not merely imagining a better future, you are bringing it into existence. Let the world catch up to your conviction, for it is inevitable. Reality cannot resist the force of a mind that knows its power. What you hold within, you will see without. And when you live in the end, you step into the flow of creation, where all things are possible.